We all love to play Rocket League, even if you've never played it. You know deep in some dark recess of your heart the joy of car soccer dwells within, waiting to be unleashed. But Rocket League has some unwritten rules that, if understood by the masses, would serve the purpose of bettering everybody's playing experience, and I thought I'd share them with you this day. Rule number 1. You're gonna miss that aerial hit. Some of us have a passion for flying. To us, the ball never looks more enticing than it does when it's high in the air, so it can be difficult to suppress the urge to travel skyward and give that ball the pointless tap in no particular direction it deserves, but I implore you to use some discretion. If you see someone else start to fly towards that ball, and your instinct is to take to the air after them, what part of you thinks that you can somehow negate their head start and beat them to it, cause it's not your brain? The average Rocket League player will miss 73% of the aerial hits they attempt to make. 73%. That's a big number for such a made-up statistic. I'm not saying you shouldn't go for it, because you can only improve with practice, but perhaps if you're continually missing over and over again, your time would be better spent practicing the fundamentals in training, rather than leaving our goal wide open after we entrusted you with defense. Rule number 2. Losing isn't your teammate's fault when you're the one with the lowest score. If I had $1 for every time the guy in last place on our losing team blamed us for the loss, I could buy my own stadium. Hell, I could win a 1v1 match with a guy and he'd still blame his teammates afterwards. Score isn't an accurate representation of overall contribution. No, it is. You just didn't do anything. Those 6 clear balls you got ultimately aren't weighted the same as the goals and assists we pulled off. I've seen plenty of boards where the top striker with 3 goals is outshone by someone with none who majored in assists and centers. Helpfulness is well kept track of. You just have nothing to keep track of. Though if they had a score counter for failed wall hit attempts, you'd top the charts every time. Rocket League is a team effort, and sometimes other people on your team are awful, and you feel free to call out that fact, but only when you're MVP. Rule number 3. Demolishing. Sometimes it's a dick move. There are times when destroying my car makes me dislike you. Here's a list. When I'm trying to score a goal. When I'm trying to block a goal. When I'm not trying to score or block a goal. When I just picked up a full boost. When I have no boost. When I have a medium amount of boost. When you have boost. When I am nowhere near the ball. When I am somewhat near the ball. When I'm inside my own goal and the ball is near your goal but you're still inexplicably on my side of the field. When I just spawned again after being previously demolished. When I'm chasing the ball from midfield straight into your goal and you can catch up to me but you know you can't save the goal but you demolish me anyway. When you want revenge after I demolished you so the match briefly becomes a 2v2 as you ignore the ball and chase me all around the field. Rule number 4. First touch does not help in any way. When 2 people are boosting towards the ball at kickoff, the winner is going to be whoever hits the ball second, reflecting the initial shot back towards the attacker's side of the field. So why the first touch race? You want bragging rights? You think we're all going to be real impressed by those 10 points you just earned? Oh, this guy on the other team got first touch. Everyone vote to forfeit. Rule number 5. People of all skill levels are in all ranks. There are tournament level players in Bronze 2, there are complete noobs in Gold 1. We are all lost wanderers with no home, belonging never where we currently tread. Rule number 6. There are no rules. Rule number 7. Own goals are only forgivable when I do them. Rule number 8. No, Mom, I can't pause the game. Rule number 9. If you're losing by an unrecoverable amount and your teammates refuse to forfeit, it is perfectly acceptable to turncoat and play for the other team. That'll teach those assholes to not give up. If it's 1-5 with 58 seconds left, some of us have better things to do. We can't abandon match because of the penalty, so by refusing to forfeit and know when you've been defeated, you doom us to longer than necessary torment, unless we join the winning side. Sure, maybe you don't get points for those 4-on-2 goals you score, but there's a sense of satisfaction involved in having a laugh at your former team's expense, and you'll be treated to some lovely incredulous trash talk from your new enemies. Rule number 10. Centering the ball is not preferable on your side of the field. What we as humans know about the point of soccer compels us to center the ball, to line it up with the goal for a subsequent shot. A time when you don't want to do this, however, is when you're lining the ball up in front of your own goal and 3 cars on the other team are barreling down on it. In about 1 out of every 3 games I play, there is always a guy on my team who thinks the best way to get the ball out of our corner is to bash it against the wall and bounce it directly in front of our goal. Are you working for the other team? Is that blue paint a disguise? Were you sent here to infiltrate our ranks and ensure the success of the orange, because that is what's happening? The only reason to hit the ball towards our goal is if you are making a conscious attempt to pass the ball to someone who is on our team and in a position to clear it. Otherwise, I will have you tried and convicted for treason, and you will be sentenced to hang by the neck until death. that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, you can like, share, and subscribe and stuff. I got plenty of other videos like this for other games, as well as regular commentary Let's Play, so stick around if that's up your alley, and maybe I'll see you guys next time.